Hey, good evening. What's up, everybody? The intro. All right. Good evening. What's up, everybody? What's up? How are you guys this evening? Um, how was your day? Hope everybody had a good day. I had a pretty good day, short day, but y'all know me. That's how I do. I don't I I I have the luxury and the blessing of not having to go in every day all day. So um that's appreciated. That's also 24 years of being in business and working hard to get to that point. So yay. All right, y'all. What's up? Good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together, Chat It Up podcast platform, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We're going to do the same thing wherever we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here, giving you guys time to join in and jump on and be a part of this live tonight, of this discussion tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. Here it goes. It does this every time. Sorry. Sorry. um we are we are preparing to um go into the Christmas week, of course, going into the Christmas week, that holiday, that time of the year. So next week, I don't know quite yet if I'm going to be on Thursday, y'all. Got my Yankees cricket here. Let me fix my hat. I don't know quite yet. No special trips this year, so I'll be around. And if I'm going to go live, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all will know it if I'm going to go live. Y'all will know it. Corey, how we looking, my dear? My girl Corey in the backdrop, she always checking things out for me to make sure we all put together. All right, y'all. So hey, welcome. I am Donna. I am the creator of the Real Life Relationship Growth Platform. I'm so glad you guys are here. So listen, this I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I say this every week, so I'm gonna let y'all know. Listen, I am not a relationship expert. I am not. I'm a black woman in this life, living it, enjoying myself, doing the damn thing, and enjoying myself in the process. I flipped that up on purpose tonight because somebody always repeating me when I say it. And it's so funny to watch them imitate me. So I flipped it up a little bit to try to throw them off. All right. So I just threw a little bit extra in there and flipped it around a little bit. But um I'm just a black woman that has experienced some things in life. My ups, my downs, the things that I can encourage you with, and the things that you can encourage me with. That is the purpose and point of the real life relationship growth. We are growing. We are growing. You may have some experiences that you've gone through that someone else is dealing with, and your comments and your advice may be something that helps them out, maybe something that helps them out. Same the other way around, someone may say something you might hear and it would help you out, because we are doing this thing in life that I always say, and we hear it all the time: there's nothing new under the sun. It just changes people, changes patterns, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We're all created to grow and love one another, and that's what we do here. So if you have some topics, if you have some things you want to get off your chest, if you have some questions, whether you young or old and you going through this process, then hey, this is the place for you, because we're not here to judge. We're not here to look down on anybody. We are here to share, care, love, and grow. That's what we're here for. Hey, Denise, what's up, lady? um um we are here to do that. I'm going to put this up because I really would like you guys to go to YouTube for me, so let me put that there. So listen, this is the criteria for you to be here. All right, this is the criteria for you to be here. You have to be you have to be single, dating, courting, what is it? Single, dating, courting, married, divorced. Thank you, Corey. Married, divorced, or widower, or widower, a widow. Thank you. That's the criteria. Let me try that again. Single, dating, courting, engaged, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria for you to be here. If you fall into any of those categories, this is the place for you. This is the place for you because again, we're just here to grow and learn and do better and do better. We're here to grow and learn and do better. That's why we are here. So, hey, I have, of course, guys, I started this thing out and I started this thing out and I was solo dolo all the time. It was just me on here and having conversations and trying to read comments and seeing what you guys had to say to help out in this light in this area. But as of late, I have been blessed to have people that are interested the same way I am. And that's for healthy relationships. So if they've taken part and they come in and they help me out and they give their perspectives and like my girl Corey in the backdrop, she's been so helpful because it's hard to do this by yourself. She lets me know when things aren't looking right, when things aren't going right. YouTube, when Facebook is acting funky, as it sometimes does. So I really, really appreciate her. I'm gonna bring my girl Corey on first, because we got this little thing we do. And we got to do that. Corey, what's up, girl? Oh, Corey froze. Corey is frozen. Oh, Corey is frozen. Corey, say something, baby. I can't hear you.
Okay, something.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
There.
okay.
Wait. We're gonna do this thing again. We're gonna do this thing. So, y'all, I gotta bring my girl on, Corey, because we got this thing that we do. So I'm gonna bring my girl on and we gonna get started. Corey, what's up, girl?
Hi.
You ready?
Ooh, ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies
Ladies
first.
first.
I feel like I'm always too fast. Like I'm just jumping in there.
Listen, I do too. That's why we watching your live. Like, wait. Okay, we got it. What's up, Corey? How
How
are
you
you, ma'am?
been?
Good. Corey has
Good.
become my right hand on here, y'all. I ain't lying. She has become my right hand. And my girl, look, it's almost like pulling teeth, but I think I have her comfortable now. I think I have her comfortable now. So my girl Teresa, all the way from the BK. What's up, sis?
Hey, a little bit, not quite.
A
I
little bit?
enjoyed the last one.
Okay. Actually, this is your fourth one.
No?
Yeah. When I
What?
first started and we were at the house, when I was living in the house in Covington and you came out here for your
Oh, right. And
yes.
when we went to St. Thomas.
And when we
That's
was in
right.
St.
That's
Thomas,
true.
we did it again with the girls while we were in
Right.
St. Thomas. Yep.
Right.
Yep. So this is your fourth one.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah. And then the week, what week was that, Corey?
Because we were on together.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
familiar with Smyrna.
Right.
There you go. Okay, that was
Dover.
three,
Yeah,
and
Dover.
this is 4. This is
Oh,
4.
okay. Okay.
Hey,
That was
so
good.
3 times is a charm. You done
Yeah.
passed that 3-time mark when they say 3 times. You a pro now. Teresa is one of my longest, nearest, and dearest friends. That's my sister right there. We went to high school together over in Germany. And her twin sister. We can't never get Lisa on here. Lisa probably would never come on.
I'll make her one time when we're together in the same
There you go.
household.
There you go. And everybody gonna be like, "Are they twins?"
Yes.
Yes, they are twins. Yes, they are twins. I have 2 more guests coming up. We're gonna wait, Mr. Ron Thomas. He's gonna pop in when he gets to a place where he can. I have my niece on tonight. It's a first for her, Kamaria. Kamaria is going to come on when she gets settled. She's going to be on when she gets settled. But we have a new face tonight. My niece Kamaria is a new face, but she's always in the backdrop supporting her auntie or whatever. And she is definitely in that category. You know, you don't ever see your nieces and nephews and stuff as grown people, but they grown. They grown. Kamaria is 32. She is grown. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get my niece on here tonight. And this gentleman right here is a new. He's a new. I've been knowing this gentleman for years, but I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy. We were talking earlier, and he reminded me of some things to how we are actually connected. His nephew literally works for me. And I was like, wait a minute, you what? Okay. But I'm going to introduce this gentleman right here. He may be holding it down for the men tonight. Mr. Neil Manning, what's up, sir?
What's going on? What's going on? Even though we've known each other for years, I don't think you remember me, but it's okay. It's okay.
I initially, because Neil is quiet. Neil is quiet. His brother, on the other hand, I know his brother because he loud and out loud. Yeah, he loud and out loud. Yo, T, they from New York as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how his brother and I kind of connected. I knew them. They have 3 children now. The oldest one works for me. He's getting ready to graduate high school. I knew them before they even had one child.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, Neil, I would see Neil, but we never really talked.
Mm-hmm.
But by the miraculous movings of social media, Neil and I hang in the same circles. We
Mm-hmm.
hang in the same circles. And Neil and Corey got this love-hate going on. I ain't figured it out yet.
We keep on talking about Target.
I'm
We're
saying-
talking about Target. Tabitha Brown has a line at Target. Like, never mind.
For the sake of the show, I'll keep it. I'll keep it clean. I won't really get to Corey like that. But
You won't get the Corey like that? Okay.
No.
I mean, hold on to it. We might need it in the midst of the discussion. Hold
We'll
on
talk
to
offline, Corey. We'll talk offline.
it. Yeah. So this is our crew for tonight. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into this thing. Let me change that. Our topic tonight is dinner for one. Dinner for one is our topic tonight. So usually we have a mix of people on here, single, married, all of that. But this week I felt like we needed to focus in on our single heroes. And when I say heroes, I mean heroes. Y'all will get that in a minute. Single heroes. So I told the crew that's normally on here, our married folks that hang with us, I told them, I was like, this is singles night. This is singles night. I wanted to play Alexander O'Neal's song on here, but it's more of a I think more of a breakup kind of thing. And look, I have literally lost my train of thought with what that song was, and I've been singing it all day. That is crazy. When it
What
comes to
song
my
is it?
mind, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It just escaped me. Either way, it's pretty much addressing singles. I actually played it, blasted it when I got my divorce. I was jamming. That's crazy. I'm gonna get it in a minute, y'all. But we're gonna get started on this thing. We're gonna get started on this topic. Dinner for one. We are focusing on life as single men and women. We're focusing on life as single men and women. Now, the problem with that sometimes, not for us, but and it may be a problem for us. So we're gonna get into that too. It may be a problem for us. But I hate to hear people separate single people from everything and everybody. It's like single people aren't addressed as family in some arenas, especially places like church. Especially places like church. They make the single people feel like there should be a separate side of the congregation.
Redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, like there should be a separate side of the congregation or whatever. Like single people don't have a place and they have to create this place and not be a part. And I get it. Single people, married people, the youth, women's, men's. I get that. There are different departments in certain places in certain areas. And just speaking of church, there are different departments. And I get that. I understand that. All right, let me bring this young lady on. My niece is here, y'all. Let me grab her on and add her into the discussion. Hey, Kay.
Hello.
Hey, Kamaria.
How are you?
All right, this is my niece Kamaria, y'all. All right, so we got started in this thing. I don't know how much you heard, but you didn't miss anything, Kamaria. We just flowing. We just flowing. So, single people tend to be singled out, as if there's an incompleteness to their lives. Whether you're single and never been married, or you're single and you've been married before, so now you're in this category. So we want to take away the taboo thought of being single, being single being a problem, and being single not a problem, but well, in some lights, in some sorts, it's a problem. If you're single, why you not married yet? Why you don't have no kids yet? Why you this and why you that? And the reason I chose this group of people to join me, and some others, because we kind of hit all of those categories. I'm single, I'm divorced. Corey is single. Corey's never been married. My girl T is single. T hasn't been married. Ryan is a man, so he's coming from that perspective. Ryan has been married. And my niece Kamaria is on the younger side of it, and Kamaria has never been married. Right? I get that right, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No,
Who's
incorrect.
Ryan?
Exactly.
Oh,
Who's Ryan?
Lord Jesus.
No, we talked about that
sorry.
offline.
Oh,
You
I guess
know,
Ryan's
I'm
coming
so
on
sorry.
sometime later
see,
on. Okay.
I can see Ryan's a
Neil,
special one. You know, hold on. Let me see if I can get Ryan on the line, and he'll
Neil,
take
I'm
over.
so sorry. Don't do that. Don't be like that, Neil. Don't be like
Like,
that.
do we have a new guest?
Don't be like that,
I
Neil.
really
I'm
thought somebody
sorry.
else was come on later.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. My bad, Neil. I'm so sorry. I've been your nephew works for me. Your brother is Ryan. I'm sorry. My apologies, Neil. This is Neil. This is not Ryan. This is Neil. I'm sorry, Kamara. Thank you for calling me out. Helping me out. Thank you for helping me out. I'm teasing. Thank you for helping me out. I was hoping I wasn't gonna do that. I did that earlier, y'all, and I was like, I am not gonna do that when we go live. And there it is. And there it is. All right, y'all. All right. So, in talking about this, what does singleness? How does that look for you? How does that feel for you? I'm gonna ask this question, y'all, right? And y'all be as transparent as open, honest, or private as you choose. You don't have to say things that you feel like you don't want to share. But in your singleness, in your being your single hero that you are, Miss Corey, give me some positives of you being single, Miss Corey.
Positives of being single for me is that I can come and go as I please, and I don't have anyone that I need to report to. I don't have to tell some or ask someone, "Hey, you mind if I go out with my girls tonight?" Hey, me and the girls are still out. We're going. I know it's 4. I'm gonna get there probably before 6. I'm pretty sure this time. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Now, granted, if I had somebody, respectfully, I would.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wouldn't be an issue, but I don't have to do any of that
Okay.
at all. Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. Miss T. Miss T. Um.
To me, single is just pretty much what Corey said, but except for I'm not gonna ask. It's just telling. I think because when I'm single, I don't have to ask you anything. I'll give you the hey, I'm not gonna be home tonight. I'm going, but I'm not asking you if you mind. I just think being single for a while now, I just feel like and I hope I do get into a relationship, the way I define what single is and making sure that that man understand what single means to me. I'm going to
Okay.
tell you what I'm going to do, not
Mhm.
ask if you mind.
Mhm.
No, been there, done that, didn't work. So yeah,
Got you.
and like she said, coming and going, and you don't have to worry about asking like, oh, how your day, or and you ask other people that, but I feel like when you're in a relationship, if your man is having a bad day, you got to sit there, you're tired, but then you feel obligated, like, well, let me see how his day went, let me try to make him feel better. I could
Mhm.
come home and just woosah, do what I want. I could change my mind whenever I feel like it.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, Miss Kamaria. Same question.
What is single life for me? I mean, it's all I've ever known. Same thing with what Miss Teresa and Miss Corey said. I ain't gotta ask nobody from
You
that.
grown. You don't have to call them Miss. You don't call them Miss.
Okay, just out of respect,
I'm teasing. I know.
She used to it. I remember she
I
was
know.
a baby. It's just like,
Yeah.
what, 30 something? Like, what?
Right.
But
I know when she was born.
I don't have to ask a guy for anything, or if I want to go out with different guys as a friend, I don't have to
Mm.
be chained down to it even sounds weird that I'm saying that, because I've never gone on a date or anything, but if I want to, I can. you know
Mhm.
if I want to flirt with a guy or be like, oh my god, you cute, I can do that, because I ain't linked down to no man, and it feels good not knowing that I that I have the freedom to not to do that, or
Mhm.
that I'm not linked to somebody that is how do I say this respectfully? Um
You just say it.
okay. I don't have a link to somebody watching me, or be like, you better be going out there and da 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 da, and they doing the same thing, but I can't do it. You
Okay.
know?
Okay.
Yeah. Cause
Okay.
like that's the way things are these days. They can do it, but if we
But
do
you
it,
can't.
It's a problem.
all HE double hockey stick will break loose.
Uh
So
oh.
I ain't gotta worry about
Okay. Okay.
that.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Mr. Neil.
Got it right that time. I appreciate that. But same thing everybody else say, you go and please, come and go as you please. If I want to buy a new car, I don't have to ask anybody. If I want to go out at 12 o'clock at night and have a cheeseburger, hey, that's my business.
Mm,
If I want to come home and go to bed at 5 o'clock, I can just have peace. Unless I'm making the noise or the radio's on, the house would be absolutely quiet, which I love. So just love
okay.
peace and quiet. That way I can just continue to look young, just having my life at peace.
Okay. Okay. He said that word peace about
Oh,
3-4 times.
right.
Peace. I
That's
want some,
another
I want
thing.
some peace.
That's
I need
another
peace. And
thing.
peace is good. Peace, peace,
Peace
peace.
is
Peace is good.
everything. Peace
Can
is
I
everything.
just
You
say,
you you know you don't understand. People can take your if they take a little bit of your peace, it makes a difference. It
Yeah,
makes a difference.
it does. It
If I
does.
burn my sage and You breaking my peace. Okay. I burned my sage for a reason.
Yo,
Don't
the
be
look
coming up
said
here
so
breaking-
much. The look said so many things.
Right.
Don't be coming up here after I burned my sage.
And all of us understood what she was saying when she.
Okay.
She looked like her
You
grandmother when
remember
she
what we
did
said,
that.
Corey?
Wait.
That is Miss McBride all the way.
Her grandmama child. She is her grandmother child. Hey Denise. Hey Miss Glow Grice. Cynthia, good evening. Kevin,
Oh.
y'all. Kevin is under the
Yeah.
weather. Kevin, we send our thoughts and
Oh.
prayers. Kevin is the number one fan, y'all. Kevin is the number one fan. Hello. Hey Ree. Aretha is on. Hey
Did
Ree.
you see what Kevin
Um,
said though?
Huh?
Kevin said singleness to me. First of all, Claudette singing "The Ladies First" is chef's kiss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But
Shout out to
Kevin
Mama.
said singleness to me is as irritating as people chewing with their mouth open. Like enough is enough.
Okay.
I feel
So
like
Kevin
there's
said he
somebody-
tired of singleness, in other words. Go ahead. What else he say?
Oh, coming and going as you please is okay in the beginning, but that wears on you. I hate being single, but I'm not desperate. Thank you, Kevin. You speak
Okay.
for me as well.
I need a
Okay.
tambourine.
Speak
All
for
right.
me.
So I'm gonna answer the question,
Being single.
and it's gonna be a mix of let's get Teresa back in here. I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna come from that perspective where everybody just said. Cause I have been single, I've been divorced, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come. So everything everybody said, I applaud and I agree with. That word peace means something different when you single from being divorced. Whoa.
Mm.
That word peace. That word peace is Kevin. Okay.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on, Kevin.
All right, Kevin. I'm
Hold
gonna
up,
send you
Kevin.
the link, Kevin, because you ain't said nothing but a word.
I
But
know. Kevin.
that word peace means something different when you're coming out of a marriage. And when you're coming out of a marriage, let me put it like this. One, a marriage you shouldn't have been in. And
Mm.
then two, a marriage that was just
Talk about it. Come on.
come on, do that
Just
again.
weighing on you.
Hmm.
Yes. That's just weighing on you.
It's the whole thing. It's the ice shaking. It's everything. The look.
Yes.
If my ice melt, I get some more.
So coming out of and then it gives you a different perspective because I was married young. I've been married more than once. The first time I was married young, my children's father, and he's still my boy. He's still shouldn't have happened, but so coming out of that marriage, it was a bit different. The singleness was a bit different. I ain't gonna lie, because I was young when we met. When I got divorced, I enjoyed my singleness. Until, like Kevin said, it got a little old because I was used to being married. I was used to being with someone. But this is the key to that, everyone. When you are content and happy with yourself, and when you understand yourself, and you realize I'm just as good by myself as I am with somebody, it does not matter. It does not matter. And I got to that place a long time ago when I'm like, this chick is dope with or without a man. That's just, that's just where it went. So singleness, it can be more than one thing. It can be more than one thing. And whatever that thing is to you or for you, you have to be content in it. You have to be content in it. So I had some questions. Corey, I need you to kind of take over for a second because I do want to get Kevin on. Okay. So I just have to slip away for a second and let me get the link to him so we can add him on. Do I need to throw out a question or something?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So this is gonna be reintroduced as Corey's stream. I said what I
said.
So let me do this because I did write some things down. I took notes this time. Book of Corey.
All right.
Corey always taking notes.
And today I'm like, dang it. I'm looking at my notebook and I'm like,
you don't have no notes, see? And that's why I jumped right to you because usually you read the notebook, Corey.
Usually I got a question written.
Oh, you have a question written?
No, usually.
Okay, yeah, you do usually. All right, so let me go here. I'm gonna jump here, because we need this intermission for a quick second, but not really intermission. I'm gonna ask you, ladies, as single ladies, and I'm going to take the liberty to say that every single woman on here wants to be in a relationship. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, can you ladies kind of start out and give me, and let's talk about, and any ladies you can chime in and type in the chat, what is it as a single woman? Ooh, Teresa, coming from where you are. I'm gonna start with Teresa.
Where am I?
No. Hold on. Coming from that taboo word that everybody tries to run from, that men tend to get offended about, that we clarified isn't a dirty word.
Oh Lord, independent.
Coming from being self-sufficient, independent, got it, woman. What do you
no dirty
look
word to
for?
me? That's a sexy word.
It is a sexy
Girl,
word. You missed the live then. Come on, you gotta go back and watch it. Coming from that, being that, Teresa, what is it that you would need to see as a single woman? What would you need to see in a man that would change that? That would let you say, you know what? Oh, I was gonna say hats off, but that ain't happening because I did get my hair appointment today. What would that have to look like for you, T? What would that have to look like for you?
Oh, that's something I have to think about. I guess a man that's kind of in my
excuse me.
Bless you.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Bless you.
I pretty much have everything going for themselves, like I have going for myself. Self-sufficient, not reliant, can handle their own, and also willing to assist in the sense of if we're together and you see that I need, you will volunteer, because I'm not going to ask, like, because I always find a way. But I think he will have to show me that he's going to be that provider. Like, I can lay back, relax, and you know what, you've been doing it for this long. I'm going to take the wheel.
Okay.
Type guy. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, somebody, like that. And then I also think about, okay, so what if you meet somebody who's not at your level? I'm okay with that if they are building and coming to my level. Don't stop because I have, and you thinking, oh, everything is all good now. As long as they is building and I see the growth and I see what they're doing, I think I can be okay with that.
Okay. You ain't have to think about that.
That's a lady that got her head on her shoulders.
Well, Kamari, you next. I'm gonna ask you that. Kamari, coming from where you are in life, coming from where you are, your successes, like you said, those things that you have, because I was getting ready to lay some stuff out about my niece, but I'm not gonna do that.
Go ahead.
Okay. Your self-sufficientness, Is that a word? Being self-sufficient. Um, in school, moving to new levels. What would it take for a man to make adjustments to that? What would it take for a man to come in and you say, okay, you know what? I need to study tonight, but I can take a few minutes for my baby. What would that look like?
Woo. Well, mm, man. This actually that's a lot that I have been praying for.
Uh-huh.
He has to understand that not only am I working on myself, this is a work in progress that will never stop.
Okay.
So, if he can't accept that, and like when I love hard. So, but when I am working on myself, sometimes that takes a little selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all excuse me. It's a little hard for me to talk about things like this. One thing a lot of people don't know, only my family, but I do love to share because I think it's a blessing and I think it's very I think it's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
Mm-hmm.
even had my first kiss and I'm 32.
Mm-hmm.
So relationship wise, I'm new to everything. But I do talk about things that I do want.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like self-sufficiency and the things that I am in right now, uh yes, I will take time for you. But just know that work in progress, working on my goals and everything, those come first. We have to come to a compromise of, okay, I do want to get to know you. I do want to spend time with you because it takes time to get to know someone. That's not just a, right into that, hey, we talking, we date, we this and that. Cause no, you get to know somebody. My parents have been together for 27 years now. They learn new things about each other every day. So with that self-sufficientness, get to, working on yourself and everything. Yeah, that and I might be jumbling on, I might be losing my train of
No,
thought.
you're
But
fine.
yeah, that comes with compromise. That comes with and the same vice versa. If he's working on himself and I want to spend time with him, I got to understand as well. I'm not his first priority. Just like you're not my first priority. But when we have a time, when we want to spend time together, we make that time together.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Y'all, I'm gonna pause just for a second because the man, the myth,
The
the
legend.
legend is here.
Yeah, crazy.
But
Hi,
Yeah, crazy. Hey,
Kev.
how you
Wait a
doing?
minute. Wait
I
a
can't
minute.
see
hello.
Kev.
I can't
Hello.
see.
Okay.
I can't. There he
Uh,
is.
I'm trying to fix something. Bear with me. First time doing this here.
No, you're
Okay.
all
You good. We
frozen.
say you
Hey, how you
hi.
doing? Hey, people.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, that's
Hey.
Corey B. Okay. Corey B up in the house. Okay.
I'm glad you feeling better.
Yeah, I was listening. I said, no, I got to get on here. I'm not going to sit this one out. No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, I ain't sitting this out.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought
How
I
you
knew
been
you
doing
weren't feeling well.
full
I thought
screen?
you were gonna come on wrapped in your robe. I wasn't
Oh,
sure. That's the
no,
insider, y'all. That's
yeah,
we
it's
Kevin done had that for a minute.
uh-huh. Yeah, but yeah, I was very interested. Yeah, this whole singleness thing, it's cool, in the beginning, but it starts to become, almost like it's like automatic. You're doing everything by yourself, and it gets boring real quick because it's like, okay, I don't went out to eat by myself. I don't went to the movies. I don't went to the play. I don't dance. I don't cook for myself. What is left to do with yourself? I mean, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Okay.
crying, y'all, but it's bad. I don't know about y'all.
I feel like you
It,
are crying, but it's okay.
it feels like the barren desert somewhere in Africa over here. It's no, I don't like it. I see buzzards flying around in my space all the time. No, God did not create us to be separate from,
No.
each other. I mean, all seriousness. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we are created for each other. I mean, we got to find each other one way or the other. I mean, because we're not designed to do that. We all have a purpose, but our greater purpose is, for each other. And we just ain't doing that. When we find a pleasure in everything else outside of each other. And that's crazy. We got to fix this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
You
When
said
God
we're
was
finding
creating us, He was
pleasure.
creating another for
You
us.
said we're finding pleasure in everything outside of each other.
Exactly. We are.
Yikes.
That's beautiful.
Yikes. That was
That was deep.
nice. That was.
Just think about it. I mean, okay, all
Hmm.
our personal accomplishments that we do, whether that's school, job, you know, getting, a couple homes, cars, whatever. We take great pleasure in that. And it's like, okay, we worked hard and what about each other? We don't take that same type of energy and say, look, I want to invest in my woman or my man as much as I invest in all these things outside of, that person. I mean, what's wrong with us? I mean, we tell on each other every day. We say, hey, oh, I want to be in a relationship, or yeah, yeah. But what are we doing to do that? I mean, granted, you ain't trying to be no one's, you know, I guess, a sucker or be a simp or anything like that.
Hmm.
But come on, I mean, when do we invest in each other and say, you know what? Let me give this, put my best effort in here.
Mm-hmm.
And that necessarily doesn't mean that, oh, I gotta just lay over for this man, push all my dreams and aspirations to the side for this man, or vice versa for this woman. But come on, where's the work? Are we
Mm-hmm.
willing to do the work that's required to say, hey, I'm tired of having dinner for one? Because I know I am. I'm tired of it. I mean, how many chicken casseroles can you make? How many crock pot recipes you're gonna go through? I mean, this is crazy. It's crazy. It is.
You know what? I hear you. I hear you, Kevin. I hear you, Kevin. And Kevin came in, guns blaring. Like he
Guns
already
Okay.
got.
wide open.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shoot, I got my guns
Bang.
blazing
We
now.
couldn't even work our way up.
Oh
Kevin,
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a New York thing. You should know that, Donna.
I
It's a
I
New
got
knew
York
you.
it. I
thing.
I
knew it.
got you. I got you. I understand. I understand. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I'm gonna back up
Okay.
just a little bit because I want to hear from Neil. I want to hear from Neil. Because Neil and I, and Kevin as well, I believe, are single out of divorce. We were married,
Well,
correct?
no, I wasn't married. I
Oh,
was
you weren't
engaged.
married.
Huh?
Okay. Okay. So Neil and I. Okay. So I want to hear from Neil. I want to get Neil's perspective on Neil, what would that have to look like? Being that you were married and you're now single, and we've all gone through different things with our ex-spouses or whatever. But I've learned to speak and believe that every man is not the same. And just because that one was a crackhead, don't mean this one is a crackhead.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Now,
Wow.
wait. I'm not saying these men were crackheads, but
Crackhead.
I'm just
I get
y'all know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Just yeah, yeah.
Crackhead ways. We get it.
Crack,
practice.
crackhead ways. Ah, I like that. Crackhead ways. So Neil,
Yes.
for you, and I don't even know if Neil, if you want to be married again, or you want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure of that. But coming from a man's perspective, what would that have to look like? What would that young lady, what would that woman have to bring to the table, look like? I hate the expression "bring to the table," but y'all know what I'm saying. What would
Because
that
Mhm.
have
I
to look
am the
like for you,
table.
Neil?
Yeah, I got you. I'm not even 100% sure that myself because, kind of like you, I was married and divorced twice,
Okay.
so which is why when I speak of peace so many times, it's because me being to myself and me being the introvert that I am, I don't mind, movies by myself. I don't mind dinners by myself. I always talk about my girl Dee Dee, DoorDash, because we have a tight relationship. She brings me anything and everything I want to eat. Um,
I'll put a ring on DoorDash.
and I and then during COVID time, everybody seemed they went crazy during COVID. I thrived during COVID. I enjoyed COVID. I enjoyed being to myself and not being bothered and things like that. So
Okay.
I know, Kevin spoke about, like when you achieve certain things in your life, you buy a house, you graduate from school and this and that. I mean, sometimes you want to, you know, other than, your mom and your dad and brother and, your friends saying good job, that different connection you get from a significant other when they're happy for you, when they're, proud of you. And, you know, being divorced for some time, single for some time, because even after divorce, I don't think I've been in a serious relationship. I may have talked to people, gone out, hang out, but nobody I can actually say, yeah, that was my
I
that was my
apologize.
girlfriend or anything like that.
Okay.
So, and I think, I may want to talk to somebody and possibly be in a relationship. Um, but I have to consider marriage. I just said, do I really want to get married again? And, it'd have to be, I'm not going to say the perfect woman because I'm not a perfect man. So I can't request to have a perfect woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we just have to have this chemistry, more things in common than, more things that we're not alike.
Perfect for
Um,
you. Perfect
yeah,
for you.
perfect. Exactly. Perfect for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not even 100% sure what that looks like myself because nobody wants to, most women don't want to be a lifetime girlfriend. Dating is a process. You dating, fiance, wife, and even though I think I'd like to do it again one more time, I'm not 1,000% sold on the idea, which is why I don't mind just being with me.
Okay. Okay. Wow. I appreciate that answer. I really appreciate that answer. Lisa said, when I y'all, this is Teresa's twin. Lisa said, anybody looking for a homemaker? I'm
I'm
tired.
tired.
LOL. Take care of me and I'll take care of you. I know that's right, Lisa. I know that's
Mm,
right. That's yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Like I said,
So
there's two sides to this single thing. Go ahead. Who was that?
everybody who has been on everybody who's on here except me has been in a relationship. Dog,
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't even be on here. Everybody got a different perspective.
But that's what makes
I know.
this show beautiful.
Yep.
It's
That is
curated.
exactly.
People
Hmm.
are
And you are
curated
here
in
for
such
a
a way to give
purpose.
a different perspective.
Because
I think
remember, everyone on here, we don't even begin to even count for the percentage of people that are just like you or
Mm,
just like us.
yep.
Mhm.
But you're
mhm.
given that perspective and that experience from someone from your experience. And I guarantee there's someone out here
Yep.
listening or will listen that's saying, man, I didn't think there was anybody else like me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
The
so
I
you
think
appreciate it.
the my perspective on it is I know what I want, and it's just the only I wish I had that experience in relationship, because I believe, like, what if I react wrong to things, or what if I'm not putting myself out there enough, or how is he thinking of me the same way I'm thinking of him, and like, is the what look is he giving me? Like, does that mean like he's flirting, or what is it? Because like my experience in when I was younger was I would like somebody, but then I would kind of shoot myself down before I think he was going to shoot me down, because it would be
Mm.
either he wants one thing that I'm not going to give him, or he thinks of me as a sister, or he's my brother's friend.
Mm.
Because the first thing a guy would ask me was, "Where Mike at?" And I'm like, "Dog, I know
That's
I'm
because
my
they're
brother's
scared.
keeper."
That's because they're scared of your brother. Your brother will block you
That
for
sounds
years.
like
Right.
not
My
one
brother,
there.
oh my goodness. He if they hear Mike Brown, oh, I know Mike Brown. I used to ball with him. Yeah, Mike Brown. He sold me some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Mike Brown. Oh, he can fix my phone. Yeah, I know Mike. Oh, you Mike Brown, sis? So it's
Nope.
like, if I think if I think a guy is cute, and the first thing they ask, where Mike at? I ain't got no chance with him.
So nephew, you hear this? Go away. Go away.
Well, you
Love
gotta
you,
be
brother.
you gotta be
Love you,
careful
brother.
not to self sabotage because that's a form of self sabotaging. Trust me, and I only say this because I've been the master of it for the last couple of years. I don't say that proudly, but being open and honest, I've done that. I've looked at women and said, okay, I ain't got a shot because, oh, what? She has more assets than me. She has a better job. Okay.
Mhm.
I've talked to Donna and people here on this group, yeah, I fell financially. I hit rock bottom. So I was thinking from a perspective, I can't find love because guess what? My finances, is not up to par where it should be, especially at my age. But I shot myself out of a lot of great opportunities with people just on that because they're like, well, okay, I understand you being honest. You don't want to stay there in that position. Okay. I say this to say this. You really don't know when it comes to dating. You really don't know. You go out there, you give your best effort.
Yep.
There's nothing that's 100% fail safe.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
as long as you're giving your best and you're being open and honest, if it don't work out, you can walk away with your head high,
Mm-hmm.
because you wasn't doing anything snakish or anything fake, or phony, you know.
Right.
So as long as you're doing that from that perspective, go out there. I mean, if someone's afraid of who your brother is, you ask them simply, "Are you dating my brother? You want to date my brother, or do you want to date
There you
me?"
go. There
Oh,
you
Bottom
go.
line, I mean,
you
Okay.
right. You
it's
right.
2024. Look, I mean, we're on borrowed time, all of us. I ain't saying that to put anyone's foot in the grave or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
So
we
true.
Right.
can't take time for granted. So
Right.
if there's an opportunity, you seize that moment. Now that doesn't mean you do that and you be foolish. And like just going wide open and this person that they say, oh, she green as a blade of grass. No, 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 no. You let your standards be known from the jump.
That's
Say, hey,
right.
I like you, but this is what I require in a man that's dating me, so on and so forth. If he's on board with that, you move forward. If not, you say, hey, peace. Check the deuces in the New York Minute. That's what you got to do. You
That's
know.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
I
That
only
is
say that
not.
because you're a little younger and I got all these baby sisters I got, so I'm used to saying this to them because yeah, yeah. So no, don't turn your fears into a hindrance. I've lost too many, too many. I would hate for you to do that. Say, hey, you know what? That guy might like me. You never know because I was told I used to look mean all the time. And women
New
like, well,
York.
I thought you was upset, so I didn't speak to you.
It's
Huh?
New York. We all got a mean face. Cause I'm from
Yeah.
New York too. We all got
Yeah.
it.
I used to get told that all the time. Why are you looking so mean?
Yeah, but you know what? I lost a lot, and I didn't talk a lot. I didn't present myself as to someone that could be approachable. So, here I am, in my 50s now, and it's like, damn, I'm still here. And I'm like, okay, I'm wiser now. So I ain't afraid to say, hey, you know what? I'm interested in you. I like you. Can we talk? You know, the worst thing she could say to me is no.
It's
And if
no.
that, I'm like,
Right.
okay, fine. I keep it
Yep.
moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you
somebody's
said.
gonna have dinner with me.
I'm, yep. I'm glad you said wisdom, and I want to say this to Kamaria real quick. Um, you said you were concerned about the lack of experience, but remember, you are older. You are older. People sometimes think you have to involve yourself in certain things to make sense of it and to
Mhm.
be able to be successful with it. And that's not necessarily so. The knowledge and wisdom you learn from listening to others around you who have experience, who give you advice, or even watching those relationships of friends or people um, along with you that are failing, that are not doing the best job. That in itself, experience is a good teacher. It doesn't necessarily mean your experience all the time, but it could mean watching somebody else's
My
experience.
mother used to say that all the time.
Yep.
Experience is a good teacher, but it ain't the best.
Right.
Oh wow,
Right.
that's deep.
That's
I like
right.
that.
It may not always be yours. It may not always be yours. So it's singles night. Yes. We talking singles. And what advice, so what would y'all say to those single adults who don't care to be in a relationship? They are good where they are. They're single and they enjoy dating and coming home to not answering anybody and not looking for anybody. Anybody can answer this question. What would you say to that man or woman that's like, hey, single is a good thing. I'm content. I'm good with this.
For me, I think like now that I'm older, I think more about it because at one time I was content with it. Like just like how I said, the freedom or not answer to anybody. But then when I sat down and think about it and I'm getting older, I'm like, do I really want to be alone? And then I started thinking about, okay, what if something happened to me and I'm unable to do certain things? Do I want to rely on my daughter to do those things for me? Do I want to
Mm,
rely on my sister to do those things for me because they have their own family? And it it becomes a burden to a degree because you would do anything for your family, and I know it would hands down be not a problem for them. But one of the things my mom used to tell us, before she had passed, is she always just tell us put her in a nursing home, and we're like, what? We're not never doing that. And she was like, no, just come, just put me in a nursing home, but come check on me because I might be running my mouth and they'd be beating me up. My mom, Donna. So, but the fact that she didn't want to put that burden on us. And but I feel like having a companion, having someone that you could share certain things, that intimacy with, the helping you to do things. I started thinking about those things, and I'm like, I don't want to be by myself. And it was one time, like my uncle, I helped take care of my uncle. And like after I left, like that's when it really hit me. Like I'm leaving, I'm going home, and he's home, he's sick.
mm,
Yes, eventually he got a what do you call him, home health aide.
mm-hmm.
But I'm like, he's alone. And I'm like, I never want to be like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I started changing my perspective. Like, yeah. And just like I think Kevin said, we're not born to be alone. The
Alone.
more I get into the Bible and reading and studying, we were not born to be alone.
Yeah.
We were born to have someone, what do you call it, a helpmate, a mate.
I mate.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
he created woman. Man, Adam was alone. He created
Mm-hmm.
Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I started thinking about that more.
So T said, but that's not a guarantee. But that's not a guarantee.
What's
Are
not a
you saying
guarantee?
what's not a guarantee, T? Are you
So
saying it's not a guarantee that you won't be alone? Can you elaborate a little bit? What's not a guarantee? Um,
I think it would.
Well, I think honestly that
Go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
oh, I think honestly that's I mean that goes without saying. Um, there's the likelihood of people leaving the
mm,
earth together as a couple. I mean, a day behind, depending on how long you. I mean, we all have heard stories of couples who have been together for 70 years and one passed away today, the next one tomorrow. Those things happen. But the likelihood of people not being alone at some point is it's
Yes.
inevitable, right? But with the question, hold on, because I typed the question in there. With the question, what would you say to singles who are content with their status, their single status? That's good. I mean, I understand not wanting to be alone and want someone to take care of. To be perfectly honest, I would like guilt-free sex on a
You
very
like? I'm
regular
sorry, I missed that.
basis.
You like what?
Guilt-free sex on a
Girl.
very
Oh,
regular
sorry.
basis.
Say
Oh,
again.
that was it.
Wait a
Go
minute. What
back
you
to mute
say?
myself.
Guilt-free sex. She would like guilt-free sex on a regular basis.
Can I elaborate?
Yes.
Oh,
So
I'm
I need
sorry.
a husband. So I need a husband. Yeah, I need a husband.
Okay, so
That's it.
T has elaborated. Just because you have someone, it doesn't mean that they are going to stay if something happens to you.
That means you
You're
don't have the
you're
right
you're right.
person.
You're right, T. There are no guarantees that someone is going to stay if something happens to you, because these aren't the things that we plan for, or they're emergencies,
Mhm.
they're illnesses, they're diseases, they're things that happen that we don't plan. But 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 I'm going to say this. We have to feed into one another. We have to plant into one another. If you're in a relationship and you struggling when you're both healthy, and you're struggling when times are good, then what would you expect when times are tough? And I get what Kevin was saying. If we take the time to focus in on one another and realize we do need each other. We do need each other, whether it's siblings, whether it's husband and wives, aunts and uncle, whatever,
Mhm.
relationships. We need to feed into each other. But T, I get what you're saying. There are no guarantees, and people can do what they choose and they want to do. But I honestly want to take the chance to feed so much into my man that he understands and knows and feels that I love him that much, that if something happened to me or that something happened to him, we ain't jetting and leaving out. But I do have to say also, if you're dealing with a person like that, you already know it.
I was getting ready. That's what I wanted to add. You
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 know it.
you know from the
You
like
know it.
there's some signs there that's letting you know that this person may not be there because you
Yeah.
can do it, and just because you're willing to put in that time and effort, and I'm going to be with you sickness through health, that doesn't necessarily that person well, but
Yep.
there was something going on in that relationship that like, yeah, okay, I see you.
And
And I
Yeah.
think before you even put yourself there, those are conversations you have in advance. You
Yeah.
can watch how they treat other people,
That's
like
right. There
So
you
that
go.
means that was not the person for you. Y'all did not put that person for you in your life, because if y'all had anything to do with it, it would be forever for sickness and health.
Yep.
if you
Yep.
keep accepting it,
Yep. Yep. You keep. Oh, I like that. There she go with the
And I
cup.
also
You
say,
can. That's right. When we accept bad behavior and we don't teach people how to treat us, it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. So there's something about that type relationship, T, that kind of says, I already know this person ain't gonna be down for me when things go sour, when things go south, when things go left.
Listen, you can have a cold and just don't feel good, and they be like, "I'll see you later." You be like, "Dang, I just got a cold."
Right, right,
you know,
right,
like
right.
those
And
little
you're right.
things,
I like what you
like.
said a second ago. Watch how they treat other people.
Mhm.
We have to look
mm,
at how people.
yep, that's
That's
gonna come
right.
around to
How they
you. Yep.
handle themselves. Something goes wrong. Are they cursing people out? Are they, somebody cut them off on the road? Are they going off? And you got to look at them and be like,
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Can I just say, sometimes those people really
No,
do be
hold on
tripping
a
on the
second,
road because
Corey.
I'm in Maryland and these people can drive.
You live in Atlanta.
They
Maryland.
do. They do be tripping on the road, but does that mean I got a trip? I'm sorry.
No,
I was
but
dating this
sometimes
guy.
you gotta shake your fist
I
at
was
people.
dating this guy that has zero patience when driving. And I
I
promise
got
you,
patience.
I pro- somebody's
What just
trying to call
happened?
me. He had zero patience. Like, he fussed and complained. I got to a point where I hated going anywhere with him. And I watched that and I paid attention to that. And I'm like, you cursing out people that, one, can't even hear you. And for two, I'm looking at you. And for three, are you putting our lives in danger because you doing all this? Are you caring that somebody might turn around and start shooting at this car? Yeah.
You was like,
Yeah.
sir, I just asked for a medium or large.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, Stacy, Cynthia, Jerome. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Marcus. Mr. Kirk Blackwood. Hey, sir. How are you?
Where that water come from?
Huh?
That water just appeared out of nowhere. It just spawned out of nowhere. What did
Girl, I've been drinking on this water for the longest.
I'm about to say? You can spawn water out of nowhere. How come we not funding this?
Girl,
You
I
could've
can
been
do
feeding
a
the
lot of
homeless.
things. I can do a lot of things, but I use my powers for good. All right, y'all. All right. So I was listening to this video earlier today. Because I like to kind of do my homework and research when we have a topic. And there was some notes that I made. Corey-fied. I'm Corey-fied.
Shout out to Corey.
There's some notes that I made. And what I'm going to, it was a list of 5 things that women want from men. 5 things, and I know that, it's different. It is different for everybody, right? So, starting with the ladies, because ladies first.
Ladies first.
Starting with the ladies, there are 5 things that was mentioned in this video that single women, not just single women, but it was coming from a single woman's perspective, and I'm sure it slides over into married women, committed relationships. Teresa, if you don't quit.
Ooh.
Hey, T. She didn't even know she was gone.
You still got my plate for me, Miss T?
All right.
You talking to me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yep.
Somebody need to get the door.
That's me. I'm at the door.
Oh.
5 things women want men to know was this list. So it's basically saying 5 things that women want from men. This one is huge with me. I'm going to say, let me say this word and y'all tell me where this ranges. Ranging from 1 to 10, ladies. Where does this range?
Now,
This is
1
8.
being the highest, 10 being the highest.
1 being the highest. Thank you.
Okay.
1 being the highest, 10 being okay?
Okay.
All right. So, this is big for me. This is number 1 through 10. Consistency.
Hey, that's a word right there. That's a word.
1 through 10.
We could just stop right there. Did you have to take your jacket off for that word?
That's all we needed. Okay.
Woo!
Listen, that's a word. How about when you meet somebody and you start talking and then they just stop calling? Okay. Or how about you meet somebody and everything's cool and then they act simple? Or they disappear and come back like they never disappeared. What is going on? Consistency is key.
Okay. Where does consistency fall for you, Kamaria?
Sorry, I'm back.
Consistency, Kamari. Where's that fall for you? Number one. Okay. All right. Okay, Teresa. What about you?
Wait, number one is what?
One is the highest. One is a most necessary.
Oh,
Being
okay.
consistent. 10 is
Okay. Uh, I would say probably a 2
okay.
because I can tolerate I don't want to say tolerate. What's the word? Like
Accept.
accept. Yeah. I can accept some things I can accept, but if it's like and then it's like no. Like
Okay.
I can't, do that. But if you happen to be inconsistent here and there,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna trip over that.
Okay. Okay.
Can I
Okay.
say something?
Sure.
I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn. I do not like when people just ghost me. Because one thing about Tauruses, one bad thing about Tauruses, if you just ghost me, I forget you exist.
Mm.
So, we like
Can you
consistency. Just like I said, when I love hard. Just show me the same respect like I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
you
Okay.
said there were
Yeah.
5 words?
No, there were 5 things, but we're not going to get to 5. In the video that I listened to earlier,
Okay.
it said 5 things that women want from men. 5 things that women want men to know.
Oh, okay. Because I was
And again, the list can be different and it could be longer, but I just grabbed the 5 that kind of hit home with me.
I'm sorry if y'all hear that. My brother just walked in the door, and my son Milo likes to bark. Yes, I said son.
Okay. Okay. So those 5 things again. So effort. How where let's go from a range from 1 to 5. Let's not go 10. 1 to 5. Where does effort from a man? Effort from a man. Where does that sit?
I say 2 or 3, cause it depends on, cause you got to put effort in too. Effort goes both ways.
Yeah, it does. But we talking about the ladies now. We're gonna get to the brothers.
Okay.
Can you give the words and then we figure out the order?
You want to do it that way?
Because my numbers might change.
Well, because it's not
Yes,
just single words. All of them, 3, 4, 5, or more, kind of like phrases. Um.
Oh.
So you know what? Let me do this because I think instead of having a gentleman sitting there waiting, I think these words and meanings can go both ways. I think they're important both ways. So let's go back to consistency for the brothers. Sirs, tell us what consistency, a woman being consistent. How important is that? 1 being the most important, 5 not being that important. Kevin, where does that lay for you? Consistency, a woman being consistent.
I would say I would give it a maybe a 3, even a 4. I do appreciate consistency, but I have other things to me that um, are, I would say, a little bit more important. And I've talked to people on and off, social media, and the biggest thing for me, regardless of the relationship um, or the interest, is your honesty. I mean, because you're honest, then the consistency that'll come. And if you're honest with me, if you have inconsistent behavior beginning, I may be able to deal with it and we might be able to work through it. But if you're dishonest, then pretty much, it's broken. We won't even get to the consistency phase because, you know, a dishonest person for me, I look at as a huge red flag. So I sort of disengage, before it even gets to a point where I can say someone's being inconsistent. So yeah, it's important, but it's not the most important. I guess that's the only way I can sum it up.
Okay. All right. What about you, Neil? Consistency. How important from 1 to 5 is that for you as a single man looking at a woman?
Uh, I'd probably say maybe 2 or 3. Because it
Okay.
also depends on what consistent of what. Because she could be doing something consistent that aggravates me. I was like, oh my goodness. So,
Okay.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of
so
Okay.
that.
like
Okay.
2 or 3, I'm thinking.
Didn't think of that.
Indeed, I agree, my brother. I agree. You walking
Okay.
around with a blue
That brother
robe
is about
instead
to
of a white
leave.
robe.
I'll say bye. Be right back.
That means you gotta buy her that white robe and throw the blue one out.
Hey, look, you look and look,
Easier
look,
said
look
than
Ain't
behind,
giving
done.
nothing to
look
her.
behind Donna.
Just
Look
smudge it
behind
out.
Donna. Look behind Donna. What's on that wall?
Right.
Need I say more?
I'm back.
Y'all,
Now,
listen,
if
y'all
y'all
had to
know
be hanging
me,
out for a good while to understand what Kevin talking about.
Oh.
the enemy is looking me right in my face. The enemy, believe me.
Ah! Y'all, I'm realizing this white is taking away the balance of the light. It's taking away the balance of the light, so it's changing up. But you know
I
what?
love that background. It's very
Yeah,
beautiful.
thank you. Yeah. All right,
Hey,
y'all.
Donna,
So
you
effort.
educate them after you get off. Tell them about that picture with them flowers. Y'all understand? She talked to you 1-on-1.
The flower.
Mm-mm. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie.
Effort. Effort. We're on effort. How much from 1 to 5 nil is a woman's effort? Let me be a little bit more detailed, so it won't be too broad. If you are pursuing a young lady, pursuing a woman or whatever, and her effort, how much of an effort for her to kind of respond or do kind of what her expectations of her effort more than yours, or what does that look like for you? Because I know that's different for men and women.
Effort, I probably put effort number 1. And
Okay.
I guess it kind of goes back to consistency in some ways, but what I can't stand is when I'm calling somebody, and as long as I'm calling you, we communicate, we talk, we have a great time. But if I don't call, if I don't reach out, then you don't make the effort to reach out first. And then, I might just intentionally not reach out to see, okay, how long is it going to take for you to actually,
Plan it.
you know, and then I'll call the next day, like, oh, what's wrong? How come you did, like, well, the phone,
Okay.
it sends and it receives calls. So, I mean, the
Okay.
same effort I'm putting, you give me that same back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
T.
totally agree.
Teresa. Effort.
What number?
Yep. 1 to 5. How much effort is for do you want from a man?
2.
Okay.
I'll give it a 2.
Okay. All
Like
right.
to the point you have to show me that you're here with the purpose, whether
Mm.
we get there or not, but we're starting out because we both have a end goal.
Okay. All right. All right. Kamaria. Effort.
I Same number. I'm moving mine up a little bit. I say 1.5 to 2. Because you remember what we had talked about. Um and you kind of clarified it for me. But at first I was like, same thing of you take hours to text me back when it takes a couple of seconds to be like, okay, or respond back to what I'm texting you about. And I'm always inviting you, but you're not inviting me. I'm always making the plans. You're not making plans for me, you know?
Okay.
Or if I text you, it's taking a couple of hours for you to text back, and I gotta call you, be like, hey, did you get my text? Oh no, I didn't check. But I see you on Snapchat about 3 seconds ago, and 3 minutes ago, and 3 hours
Mm-hmm.
ago. Mm. So you're not
Mm-hmm.
making
Okay.
an effort to do what you really want to do.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, so what are we? What's up?
Okay.
You know, are
Okay.
we? I know we friends or acquaintances. You know, but I need to know whether I need to take that step back and go to another flight of stairs where somebody else is that's gonna make the full effort and walk up the stairs with him and leave you on that flight of stairs where that exit is, because that's where you about to go.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
But
All
yeah,
right.
effort for me, you got to put that full effort in, like I'm gonna put that full effort in. You know,
Okay.
it ain't
All
got to be
right.
a full effort like anybody, like and other things. But when it comes to our relationship, come on now.
Okay. All right. All right. Next word. Next word. Supportiveness. Supportiveness. Supportive.
Ooh.
Supportive. How important, 1 to 5, Miss Corey, is it for that brother to be supportive of you?
Ooh.
It's tough.
It's important. Supportive. I'm gonna say
Okay.
a 3 because most things I want to do as a single, I don't really need support for them. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't
You
know.
gonna
I'm
say
gonna say
3?
3 because I do the things now without support from a significant other. So
But wouldn't it
I
feel
don't
good
know. I'm
sometimes
gonna say a
that to
3.
have, you know, someone there so you don't have to carry that load of doing everything on your own?
We
I mean,
listen, but we don't
See, I
judge.
see that as support. Yeah, I
oh, I'm
don't see
not
that as.
judging. I'm not
I mean, that
judging.
is a
Oh,
support,
y'all
but
obviously not
I
on
don't see it
TikTok.
as support.
Neil, you knew what I was doing? I'm sorry. They have this trend on TikTok right now, and they
Oh, I
say
heard
we
you.
listen, but
Oh,
we don't
I don't
judge.
have TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
What
It's
does it say?
hilarious. It's called it's we say we listen, but we don't judge.
Oh,
And I can say something to you, Teresa, that bugs me to death about you, or something that I did that you didn't know I did,
uh-huh.
and you can't get mad. You can't judge.
Yes, we do.
I seen one on Facebook like that with their kids and their mother,
Yes.
and
You
yeah,
gotta send that to me, Donna. I never saw
Yeah.
We
that.
should do that.
Yeah,
We should
it's a
do that to
whole
close the
trend.
live out.
It's
It's a
hilarious.
whole trend. You can't lie. You say we listen, but we don't judge. So I could say that, and I could be like,
Yeah,
Corey,
but yeah,
when you were here and you were looking for your plate of food that was left over, I actually ate it. And Corey can't get mad. We listen, but we don't judge.
Oh, heck no.
I wouldn't be good at that game.
Me
Okay,
neither.
We
Yeah,
should do that. We
I
should do
haven't
that
done
to
it with
close the live out.
anybody yet.
yeah,
Mm.
you eat my carrot cake, we enemies. We enemies. Period. I'm just
Fighting
No,
saying.
words right there.
it's
Them
white
fighting words
robes,
right there.
carrot cake, and
That's
the
it.
backdrop of the wall
Yeah.
for
If you
Kevin.
eat
Good.
my
Same
carrot
thing.
Yeah.
cake,
You eat my
you gonna have to
oxtail, I'm
square
filing for
up.
divorce. You eat my oxtail, I'm filing for
Oh, not
divorce.
the
That's all I'm
oxtail.
Talk to him,
saying.
my brother.
Ooh,
Talk to him. These things are important.
Especially if the oxtail still got the fat on it and you eat
okay,
my oxtails
okay.
and it's been sitting there for a couple of days, you eat my oxtails, you
You're
know your stuff gonna be on
marinated
the
in
side
the
of the road.
flavor. All right.
It's done.
But Donna,
Okay. So we're gonna do
Donna,
one more.
that
I'm sorry.
supportive thing. I do. I would think that would be number one for me. Especially given my situation, stuff I went through, um, because I guess even for a woman, they had that confidence, like the subject we were talking about earlier. Someone got sick or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That support comes up. It's not just saying, "Oh, I support your dreams." No, do I literally support you? Like, hey, if something goes bad, can you depend on me? To support you, and vice versa. So, for me, that probably, is sitting at number one, because that would it tells a lot about your whole relationship right there. Because, as things are very good, when things are good, like you said earlier, everybody's cool. When something goes bad or we have disagreement,
That's right.
come on.
That's
So,
right. Those are the things you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, and so
Those are the
yeah, that
things you have to
support
pay
thing.
attention
Yeah,
to.
that
Good,
support thing is,
good.
is one. I would say one. If there's another one greater than that, then
I
cool.
was
But yeah, that
thinking, I was like 0, 1, 0 for me
Yeah.
because that
Yep.
And
is
see, I don't
very,
see.
I
very
gotta
When
ask
yeah,
Neil.
you
important.
say support, I'm thinking of something different. I'm
Yeah,
thinking of honestly, I'm thinking
Th-
of supporting my dreams. I don't need to support my dreams.
There
yeah.
I
you
need
That,
to
that
right.
that's what I was
you
thinking
get
of what
going.
Corey's support versus what Kevin is saying. It's like
Right,
more like dependability. Can I
right.
depend on you? So
But
I'm
also,
yeah, that
right
yeah.
there.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
think it's a
fair. That's fair.
dependability.
but
I
Yeah.
don't
also, I
think
don't
it's
know
a
the other words.
dependability too much
So I
because
don't.
no,
The
I don't need you to depend. I don't need you to depend on, well, me depending on you or whatever the count may be. But I just think if I'm doing something, chasing a dream or anything, you being supportive is like, you got this, is there anything I could do for you, even if there's not? That's supportive to me.
Right.
Not that I need you to do something for me, because I don't, but just being supportive. Hey babe, I know what you're trying to do, is there anything I can help you with, da 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 da.
Even if I do need you to do something, just a little addition to that. Even if I do need you to do something, in that, where does that lie? And I know that takes a lot. That's a different level of that relationship. That I'm here to either cheer you on, or I'm here to say, babe, I got it this time. I know you don't necessarily have it this time, but this is me being supportive of you
Right.
because I believe in you. And so there's two different levels to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I,
being at different places in the relationship. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And I was thinking where Neil and Corey were thinking as well. Like, you support me? Where am I? Where are you in that area of support? I was thinking that as well. And watching that and sitting back and seeing how they respond and what they're doing speaks a lot. It tells you a lot. Do I need to move on to the next level out of my singleness with this person? Um, knowing that they feel and they act the way they're acting when it comes down to that.
I have a different perspective on it.
Can I say something real
Oh, go
quick?
ahead.
Sure.
I think it's the examples that Kevin used are what's driving. I mean, we're all different. We're all going to have different numbers for these different words. But the example you use, the word, because of Kevin's experience, just like he said, he's been in this situation, he's been in that, and he wants to make sure, like, that's what's important to him. So that's why things are driving. And yeah, our mindsets may be different because we haven't been there before or to the level that Kevin has experienced. So
Okay.
yeah,
Kamaria,
this is interesting.
real quick, what were you gonna say?
And if it's a different word, please correct me, because like I said, I don't have any experience in it. But with support, that is a top priority as well, because what if I need your support financially down the line?
Yeah.
Or like I'm going through a tough, like, now this is down the line, and I'm going through a tough spot, and we talked about, if something is going on and one of us is going through a tough spot and you're going to have my back. What if I need that support?
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right.
Well, if
Like
he's
you
into
said.
you, honestly, that shouldn't even be a question.
Right.
My thing, with relationships, seriously, is, if you're together and if you're a husband or wife or you're working towards that,
Mm-hmm.
there shouldn't be an issue. If I have excess, finances, and my lady needs help somewhere, I'm gonna make it happen because I'm her better half. I can't stand before God and a bunch of witnesses and say for better for worse, and then actually don't even live up to it. I mean,
Mm.
we should be already there before we get to those witnesses. Okay, like, hey, I got you. If I'm able to do it, now there's a difference if you're not. Okay,
Right.
don't put
Right.
yourself in a bind to help someone. However,
Mm-hmm.
but if you have the ability to help that very person you claim that you love, what are you holding? What are you holding up? What's the issue? No, you go ahead and do that. Okay, because you're fulfilling your promise to her, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. for better or for worse. So guess what, baby girl, you down right now? Guess what? I got you.
Mhm.
And not saying you got to do tit for tat, but if you are into that person as much as you claim that you are, what's the issue? And if they have given you no reason not to make you feel like you're being used or being played upon, well, what's the issue?
Yeah.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to have my woman begging for something that I know she needs.
Okay.
And I will hope that my lady wouldn't do that to me, knowing that I need someone to have me begging. Because why?
Right. That's right.
Simplify love. We ain't got to make love hard.
Come on.
Simplify it.
Come
Right.
on.
It's
I
another
love that.
thing that this is why I want to be able to have support. Um, a lot of things that our community does not talk about: mental illness. That
Mhm.
is something that we go through, sometimes quietly, but when in a relationship, we want to be able to speak freely and know, this is what I'm going through, and if I can have your support, just like you'll have my support.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have bipolar disorder, and I want to be able to know that I have somebody that is going to support those bad days and support those good days, and just like you said, for better and for worse,
Yeah. Yeah.
because there are some bad days. Oh my goodness. And I'm not saying that, my story is better than anybody else's story. Wouldn't put it on my worst enemy. But like I said, everybody has their closet. Everybody has their what's the word I'm looking for?
Skeletons.
Skeletons. Yes, everybody has their can't we I'm the least judgmental person because everybody has their backstory. But that's another reason why I've decided not to really fully put myself out there until I found the right person, because you never know who will support you in the right way. But I still got to put myself out there in order to know. So,
I'm
but yeah.
surprised, Donna, you didn't hit your bell.
When she said count,
Ding ding
what?
ding.
Yeah,
What did
there
she
you
say,
go, Corey.
counseling?
No, because what she said, having that counseling,
Yeah, you're right. You're
it
right.
helps.
Ding, ding, ding. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes that. That takes that. That support takes that. It takes that for both people. For
Mm-hmm.
both people. Because regardless if it's a mental illness or a physical, either way, that support, support is lingering tonight. Support is lingering tonight.
That's the word for the night.
Yeah,
Support.
that's the word for the night. Support. Having that
Hmm.
person and being able to see and Kevin, I like what you said. I think so many people get stuck in I have to see XYZ before I give and respond and whatever. We'll never get there.
Because that person's being transactional. If they're doing it, I need to see this before I give you this.
Exactly.
And
That's
Transactional.
bingo,
transactional.
You're right.
bingo.
So with that
You're
person's
right.
not
You're
ready
right.
anyway.
And this is the thing about what I said at the beginning, being solid first for yourself. Because we're
Mhm.
going to run into people who don't always mean us well. And we can't crash and burn, whether it's somebody we were in a relationship with and we thought we were building with, and they move along, they walk away, they do whatever, or if it's a car dealer at the dealership trying to get us for every penny because they think they can take, you know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
we're solid, regardless, we do our homework, we do our due diligence to understand before we walk into that dealership. We do our same due diligence for ourselves before we walk into a relationship.
Yep, there you go.
Same thing.
Mhm.
Same thing. Last one, y'all. Last one, y'all. Great conversation. This was a part of the list. And this was actually more heavier on the men's list, to be honest. The
Mhm.
men were saying they need a woman that they can have great conversation with. They need to be able to have a good conversation. Mr. Neil. Mr. Neal, what's your thoughts? The great conversation, where does that lie for you between 1 and 5?
Well, from a dating perspective, I think that's probably one. I mean, because we're not, living together, we're not in each other's space all the time, so all we have is conversation. So that's very important. Versus, we're
Right.
sitting on the phone, a whole lot of, just dead silence. So how about that weather? It's like,
Right.
but now if we're married, we're together, we're at work or we're together, it's not that heavy at that point because I might just want to just chill, watch TV. I mean, we can communicate non-verbally, so it's just not that big of a deal at that point. So
Okay.
while dating, one, while married, we can communicate non-verbally. So
In different ways. Got you.
mhm.
Got you. Got you. All right, Mr. Kevin. Like I said, since that came on the men's side, how
Yeah,
important it is.
it. I would say it's a 1A. It's a 1A. Having a woman that can actually talk about things outside of the latest thing that happened on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and stuff like is great. And I'm not saying that to be funny.
I got you.
Conversation does a lot. It can relax a person, and when you know that you're having a good conversation, you tend to be yourself a lot more than saying I'm a hold back. Your real personality starts to shine.
That's
You
good.
know,
That's
and
true.
for the other person that's on the receiving end, they can, if they're paying attention, they can really tell if you're really interested because the conversation will lead into penetrating questions. "Oh, what do you really like to do, and what are your expectations? So it sort of I guess it brings your guards down when you have a good conversation, and having that good conversation, it broadens, you know, um, I guess how many more things can happen because now you're having tangible dialogue. It's not something that said like the brother was saying before. Oh, you're on the phone, you hear that dead silence. You hear somebody's bugs moving in the apartment or something like that. You're like, okay,
He said bugs.
I know.
Stop
I'm
I
just
may not
saying.
go
You
to that
No,
hearing
I'm
them
just
apartment.
saying.
bugs?
But you really, when you're having good conversations, like you tend to make a real connection through conversation, and
Yeah.
especially if you're in front of that person, because they can gauge your level of interest. And if you're just saying stuff off the cuff, and like, okay, I'm just saying this, trying to sound a certain way, and hoping that no, you can see if they're interested. Because normally, good conversation requires eye contact. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
I know it's cliche, but yeah, the eyes, really are the pathways to the soul. And
They
if you've
speak.
really been through
They
something,
do
the
speak.
older you recognize these signs like, oh, he ain't really paying attention to nothing I'm saying, or vice versa. And so you like, okay, I'm gonna shut this down before we go any further. Okay, because I know you're really not interested. You
Okay.
preoccupied with something else. So
That's it.
great conversation is like, yeah, 1A is up there. It's definitely up there.
Okay. All right, Miss Teresa. How important is conversation 1 to 5 with a brother?
Um, I would say it's important. So I guess anywhere between 1 and 2. Somebody said something about just sitting watching TV and just being there with somebody, but having a full yeah, I would say about a 1 or 2. Because you want to make sure they ain't saying nothing stupid out their mouth. Stuff like that.
Or or or
or,
or they're not stupid.
or they exactly. You be like,
Miss
what?
Oh,
Corey.
Like,
Miss
wait, hold
Corey.
up.
Oh,
ah,
sorry. What'd
It's
you say to
like,
you?
okay, red flag number 1.
oh man.
We'll keep having a conversation. I might let that one slide, but
Right.
yeah,
Right. If it's a little bit of dead air from time to time,
yeah,
that's different.
yeah,
But if you dead,
Yes.
That's a problem.
New
All right,
York
Miss Corey.
definitely in that.
I almost scared. Oh, Kamar here froze. I'm almost scared to ask Corey. Corey, what conversation? Where is that for you, Corey?
Good conversation is pretty high up there. And yeah, it so there's this song, and I keep pushing this group, and it's called Dead Prez. They have this song called Mind Sex, and the chorus is mind sex. We don't have to take our clothes off take our clothes off yet. I forgot the rest of it. But the song is about how, they're just engaging each other's minds. And I think that's important. There's so many different types of wonderful conversations that can be had, great conversations. But if you're talking to somebody who they can't talk, they haven't read a book in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read a book in a while either. But I'm smart, so I
Right.
right. But come on,
How to say I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am.
The challenge I have as a person who's a teacher, for some reason, people assume certain types of people, because I've learned quickly to walk away, just like literally drop everything and walk away. I'll say something like, no, it was an alliteration, or da 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 da, or if we could just figure out I don't know, I'll say a word. Okay, let's say tantalizing. Oh, yeah, okay, Miss Teacher.
With the big words,
Because you already let me know you don't know what it means. At least use the context clues, right? To figure out what I'm trying to say to you. Or just say, hey, I haven't heard that word in a while.
Right.
What's that mean? Something, but just, oh, Miss Teacher. No. Get out of my
Oh, so
face.
you're getting those type of say, oh, you saying $1 million word? Okay, you fancy
Didn't
with
I
it.
say? Didn't I say I'm almost scared to ask Corey this question? Didn't I say that?
Listen, as a single woman who,
Corey, I
would
feel you.
try
That's
to
kind of
do
like
stuff.
being called boss lady. I feel you. That's kind of like
I,
It's
I would
like,
say this, and
for
I've said
me,
this long before, and I've said this to Donna and many other um, episodes that we had. Some men, find a woman with a broadened vocabulary, sort of intimidating, as well as a woman that has, financial stability. It really,
you gotta hold your own, brother. You gotta
right, right.
hold
No,
your
I'm just
own.
saying. I'm just saying.
If
I'm just
you
saying.
know the
It
definition, or you got $5 in your pocket,
yeah,
and we
you
it,
have
gotta
it
to,
hold
shocks
your
we have to
it shocks
understand.
the system because it's like, okay, there we be really into a woman, okay, and for a man that really isn't healed, ding ding ding, he will feel like, damn, shit, what the way she talking, shit, I don't understand half what she's talking to me about, but he trying to go along. Or Donna, for instance, it's like, oh man, you see all the stuff that she got, and I'm like, geez, yeah, okay. In his mind, his little Malibu LT, dressed up as nice. She pulls up, the 300Z, and he's
Malibu
like,
LT.
Lord have mercy. Wait a
Malibu's
minute,
had
she got the whip. What? Wait a minute, But all seriousness, no seriously. No, seriously, I'm serious. Seriously. I'm just saying that men that really haven't got it together in terms of their confidence in themselves. They look at a woman's her ability to speak and what she may have. It's intimidating. I'm not. It's not a justification. I'm just saying that type of guy is that, and I only speak for that because I used to be that type of guy. Like, damn.
okay,
And,
okay.
you tend to shoot
It's
yourself
real.
in the foot,
It's real.
or shoot yourself in the foot. Like, man, what can I offer this woman? How can I have a conversation with her? She throwing all these $1 million. Listen, for a brother, Now I would say to brother, go get that thesaurus. If you don't understand it, look, go to the bathroom, break out your little pocket dictionary, come back and be like, okay, be on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're interested in you, he gonna do what he got to do. Bottom line,
There you
especially if you're
go.
older. Especially if you're older, he gone. He like, look, I ain't trying to go there. We know it's brutal out here in this dating world right now. It's brutal. So if I have I see a woman with potential and she's locked into me, look, either you step your game up, so you don't feel that way, or
Wait a
you
minute,
don't
hold
let it
on.
bother
Is
you.
that
Yeah,
E word we talked about a little bit earlier?
yeah, the
Effort,
ego.
effort. That can come in that way. Effort,
Oh
effort.
yeah,
Because
yo, your effort,
everybody's not
I'm supposed
always,
to
and I
go.
get you, Kevin. That's real. I understand. I understand.
effort should mean effort should match your interest. Period. When all joke aside, your effort should match your interest. So if you're really
There
interested
you
in that
go.
woman or that man, your effort should match that. And then all jokes aside, look, that if you want them, go for them. If you want her, go and get her. You will never know unless you try. You can't be afraid to fail in trying to reach out to someone. The only failure is if you didn't try and put in effort. If she says no, she says no. If he says no, says no. But you put in an honest effort. You can
That's
walk away
right.
with your head high. So that's
That's
all I'm gonna
right.
say on that. I don't want to take over this thing here.
No, we appreciate you, Kevin. Kevin was like, I've been waiting for years to get on here, boy.
Lord, I told you I went and got a computer. Um,
I'm trying to figure out when a Malibu had a. I didn't know they had models. I didn't know that was a base. I thought the Malibu.
yeah,
Listen,
Okay, a
LTZ, they got their own.
Malibu.
I worked at General Motors for 11 years. Okay, cars. I know the models, and I can tell you right now, and I'm leaving this on. So Donna pulls up in that 300, that Black Beauty of hers. Okay, he's sitting there with that little Malibu, a Chevy Bolt. Look, he, he gonna be,
I know what both look
yeah,
like.
he gonna be heading the other way because he's like, man, I can't do what. Look, he might call an Uber because he's like, I can't outrun this woman. Not with what I got, nah. So
whoo.
Hey, you have to have that confidence. I may be rolling in the old whip. However, I
and
can
see,
fix
there you
anything.
go, brother.
I can fix anything. The power of a mechanic. So I ain't worried
That,
about that.
Say that,
look,
Neil.
you're right, Neil. You're right, but you know what I'm saying that first appearance though, it's a room shaker. You're like, damn. So the confident man, like you said, like, okay, man, my number Chevy Bolt over here or Spark. Yeah, I got a turbocharger and I can rock with you, Donna. You know, I can hang with you in the quarter mile, but after that, look, I ain't got no more horsepower. you know,
We don't have to race. We don't have to race.
I'm like, hey, this is a classic, baby. I can't push like that. This is a classic what I'm driving right here.
right,
Throwback.
We don't
right.
have to race. We don't have to race. Oh, we got okay, Kamaria. Kamaria still she lost. Okay, she there, but she not there. All right, y'all. So this has been great. This has been a great discussion. I appreciate the single crew hanging on tonight and giving those different perspectives and thoughts. So if you are single, you are a hero. And I mean that. When I say that, I mean because being single, whether you've been married before and you've become single or you've never been married and you're single and you're navigating this thing, it requires a little bit extra. And I get it and I understand and I know, been there, done that, wearing the hat, got the t-shirt. It takes an effort because you're dealing with wanting to be where you are, wanting to be you unapologetically, and then also wanting to be with someone that you got to make some adjustments for. And you got to learn how to balance that. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone's comments tonight. The laughs are always good. Kevin, I'm glad you made it on tonight. Glad you
I
feel
hope to be
better.
invited back. So
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. We got to get you on with the husband show. You know they waiting for you. The brothers are waiting.
It's
Yeah,
been a minute. It's been a minute. I said I was gonna get this computer. I said let me get it so I can get on here so people can see, the face behind the madness when they see that
yeah,
and
yeah.
little comments. So yeah, it's me. I'm not AI or anything like that. I'm a real person.
Y'all, Kevin has been around since day one. When I say day one of the real life relationship growth, Kevin has been around since day one. So I really, really appreciate him. We got the Friends Weekend planned in the A, and most everybody on this platform right here tonight is a part of the Friends. Teresa, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, because just smile and wave, Teresa, because you in the group. You just have not gone to the group yet, but we're talking about it. So everybody that's here tonight, that's on, is a part of the Friends Weekend in the A. If you don't know, you don't know. Tell Corey. But if you know, you know. So we're gonna have a good time with that. But I appreciate y'all's friendship. Um, I appreciate you guys supporting. Kamaria is struggling, but she's there. We see her. All right, y'all. We're gonna close. Thank y'all for joining me tonight again. Those who are on TikTok. I was gonna say TikTok. We have not gone live on TikTok yet. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But those on YouTube and on Facebook, I know Facebook is giving us a little bit of lag. I see it. But YouTube, thank you guys for joining and being here tonight. All right, we're gonna end this. If you were on the platform, don't move yet. Don't move. Just say good night to everybody. Y'all hold tight. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.